Hello, everybody. It's the coach. Edition of the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who'll be calling the plays under center.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? What? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They're never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg, Martinez. On the crossing route, complete. That's Casey. So they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Martinez off the bootleg. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 39. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Martinez firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that. They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now. It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice before, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up. Here's Martinez looking to throw on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The offensive starters now for the Broncos. And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd. And he's got it. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game. Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us? Absolutely. With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Now let's give you a look here at the New England offense. So many weapons on this offense, and we've seen them all season long score from any point on the field. But we all know playoff football comes down to playing smart. The game slows down, and it's harder to move it. So you've got to avoid penalties, avoid turnovers, and not let your emotions get the best of you. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Defensively, we check the starters now for Denver. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
We had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what was fun to me was hear him say, I like what we did, but we need more pressure on the quarterback this week. What he wouldn't tell us, though, was how he was going to create it. Is it going to be just the football?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Okay, that sucks.
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Oh, is Martinez. Off the play fake. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
One more to do. Then you get back the ball and redo this over.
Martinez now throwing on 3rd and long. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Landry, the intended target. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And again this time to the tailback. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. Martinez. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Get off the field. Shit. 80 weapons. Fight.
They'll run on first down. Watt, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, where was the
Might have
face mask?
gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
60 Pittsburgh.
On second down, Bermudez. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. On third down, Bermudez. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Substitute them because I don't want to risk him getting hurt.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit him with a screen soon.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Edelman set to return. Edelman with a shiftiness. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Throw right side going to be complete to Moss. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Martinez. Off play action. There goes a deep ball. Sanders got it for a New England touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
It's coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, oh, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Okay, let's go. Let's get it.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 pick passes yet either. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He gets it to Sims, complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
I played them when I was Patriots in the Bucs. I made it to the playoffs, and I lost to the Broncos. And the Broncos went to
the Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
What's going on here?
Now Martinez operating from the gun. He's got his big tight end fan. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My target.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That's how we do it, baby.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers.
Oh, hell no.
Opening, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Martinez. From the left side, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Martinez to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Martinez. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get it behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Normally when you run that play on second down, you don't expect to be pushed backwards. But the defense got a strong push up the middle, and he'll wind up losing ground and setting up third down.
On third down, Bermudez. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and this will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a second and long.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Back to throw. Martinez. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
the way, Joe. You get him. Get him, boy. Get him.
To throw is Martinez. Off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Martinez now. From the gun, he'll throw. The throw taken in by Sims. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Steven Sims, 62 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good. Playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Get it.
On first down, Watt. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Martinez operating from the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Martinez. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Oh, come on.
So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings matching up against the San Francisco 49ers. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bermudez. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now Martinez to throw on third down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. They'll run on first down. Bermudez. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw. Martinez throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Bermudez. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's Martinez off the play fake. This is the tight end Fant. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Okay, third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Martinez. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Back to throw. Martinez. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. To throw is Martinez. Off play action.
Throw to Allen. Nice.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Going deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's get it.
Looking to throw. Martinez. Going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Yes.
Snags it for the pick.
Yes,
and
yes,
a big
yes.
turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's my boy.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
My nephew tried to throw it to his father, and it was a perfect block and an interception. Ooh, that was a beautiful.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Okay, I couldn't get the ball off on time. That's it.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Okay.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Tighten down. There you go.
2nd and 15. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Martinez. That'll put him over 100 receiving yards now in this AFC title game. It's a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Martinez now on 1st and 10. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the line. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back to throw. Martinez. The Sanders has got it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside
Now,
the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I drafted him in the 2020 draft after my loss in the Super Bowl. He came in as a receiver, but I didn't want him as a receiver for shit because I still had a good, squad. So I put him as
this quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper in the territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Edelman there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Not gonna lie, that was close. Let's see if I can...
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 13. Travel.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Martinez going for it. Sanders got it for a Patriots touchdown. In for the score. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The extra point attempt to follow here.
Super Bowls, last time interceptions.
And these guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
All right, guys, let's get it. Come on.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Maybe one day
this is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Get it, Dakota, get it.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Martinez. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now Edelman.
Been a close one.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New England with the first down as they begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion to field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A good pickup there at 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Martinez on first down, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On second down now, Bermudez eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. New England on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Martinez. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Edelman was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 6. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
They'll probably end up catching up like they did to me twice. One in the playoffs. In the same division we're in right now. The semifinal round. And during this past season.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Ten hut. 10 Lobo. Watching your guard. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Here's Martinez. Throwing on first down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw is Martinez. Throwing on 4th down. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Come on, man. This is like one
It'll
of the
go
best
as
things
an
I've ever
impressive
done.
31-yard gain. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
Oh, my God. I wasn't even, like, paying
upfield,
attention either, and I freaking
plays
got
on the
clocked.
football.
I didn't, like, missed.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Martinez now operating from the gun. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards in the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And it's intercepted.
Yes, Murphy Button.
Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys
Sean Murphy Button. Get it.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
The 3rd place in the rank,
gain of
the
7
best
leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
All right, Derek Watt, go. And
he takes this up to the 40-yard line before
he almost had it.
That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Good job, Thaddeus Moss.
24 yards.
Get it, homie, get it.
Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Oh, thank God. Moss, thank you, because I thought I wasn't going to be able to hit my guy.
It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
They'll run on first down. Watt.
Yes, Derek Watt. Got your touchdown, homie. Get it, homie. Get it.
And the Patriots, they add on to their
I like his older brother, JJ. No, is it JJ Watt? Yeah. JJ Watt, the defensive end of the Houston Texans, and now I think, what, Arizona Cardinals now? Well, you know, you got Derek Watt, who's with his brother, TJ Watt, in the Pittsburgh Steelers. But imagine having all the Watt brothers in one team. That'll be amazing. All right, let's kick this field goal, yo.
And the lead is now 24.
Oh, thank God.
So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards.
It's over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot.
Ooh, nice block. Nice block.
Your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Nice block by the Caldes brothers.
See if they can avoid doing it here. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in the backfield. And down he goes.
There goes my safety. Good job, Zayden. You stopped Uncle Terry.
14 yards there and a Denver first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The throw right sideline here is complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Martinez. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense.
Landry, you missed that, yo. It was like a late turnaround.
In this one, that pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it,
good job,
gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now the
you and Joe are on fire.
And the lead will grow by 1 more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete.
Oh, now you catch it. You freaking turn around and smack your helmet with the ball, and then you gave the ball to my son. So
able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete.
Oh, now Landry's catching it now. Oh my jeez. Ooh, I gave my nephew 5 interceptions.
16 and a first. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Martinez. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Who is that? Oh, Joey Bosa.
In there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
I got you, boy.
They see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Ooh, nice hit by Murphy Button.
35 now at the
Good job, Button.
34-yard line. They'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And now out come the Patriots. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts.
Oh, I could have turned before
none of them did the starting
Right
quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Martinez. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw. Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Ready, ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Martinez throwing on 3rd and long. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Oh, I got stuck.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000.
Let me just run the ball.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And now comes the field goal unit on. And, boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement.
We'll see if I can make it. 75 yards. And it is!
Kick is good.
Oh my God, a 75-yard field goal.
These two teams meet, but until then, this game's over. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl.
Get it.
This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there. And how about that? That's pretty fantastic.
I didn't do that much good in rushing, but wow, that's the highest I've ever put up for passing. Actually, no, that's a lie.
2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
I can't
This is the NFL on EA Sports.